Chapter 5. Chapter 5. Implications of eternity or impermanence of the realized. At that time Mahamati, the great bodhisattva, also said this to the realized one. Is a truly realized, able, perfectly enlightened Buddha eternal or impermanent? The Blessed One said, a realized one is not eternal, Mahamati, nor impermanent. Why? Because of the connection of both with error. For in both cases, Mahamati, there would be error implied. Being eternal would be attachment to a primary cause, for the primary causes claimed by all dogmatists are eternal and uncreated. So the realized one is not eternal in the sense of the eternity of the uncreated. Being impermanent would imply being created. There would be annihilation due to the passing away of the clusters, no manifestation definable as the clusters. But the state of the realized one does not become extinct. For everything that is created, Mahamati, is impermanent. Pitcher, cloth, straw, wood, brick, and so on. By association with all impermanence, the provision for omniscient knowledge would be meaningless because of being created. Indeed, the realized one would be entirely fabricated, having no separate cause. So for this reason, Mahamati, a realized one is neither eternal nor impermanent. Furthermore, Mahamati, a realized one is not eternal because that would imply the space-like provision is meaningless. Just as space is neither eternal nor impermanent. Because of the exclusion of eternity and impermanence, it cannot be spoken of in terms of the errors of sameness, otherness, both, neither, permanence, or impermanence. Furthermore, Mahamati, eternity in the sense of having no origin would imply equivalence to the horns of a rabbit, horse, mule, camel, frog, snake, fly, or fish. Hence the realized one is not eternal insofar as that would imply the eternity of having no origination. And yet, Mahamati, there is also another sense in which a realized one is eternal. How so? Because of the permanence of the knowledge attained by realization, the realized one is eternal. 4. The knowledge in the attainment of realization of the truly realized, the able, the completely enlightened Buddhas, is eternal. Whether or not realized ones come to be, this nature of reality is always there by natural necessity, by natural stability, in the realization of all hearers, solitary illuminates, and philosophers. The stability of nature does not exist in a void, though unsophisticated ordinary people do not perceive. And the knowledge in the attainment of the realized, Mahamati, is produced by insight and knowledge. Realized, able, completely enlightened Buddhas, Mahamati, are not produced by the unwitting impressions of the clusters, media, and elements in the thought, intellect, and cognitive consciousness. For the whole triple world, Mahamati, is a product of imagination of what has never been, but the realized are not products of imagination of what has never been. For it is when there is duality that there is eternity and impermanence, not with non-duality. Duality, indeed, Mahamati, is separate from the non-dual non-origination characteristic of all phenomena. Hence, for this reason, the realized ones, the able, the completely enlightened Buddhas, are not eternal or impermanent. As far as language and imagination go, Mahamati, so far does the error of eternity and impermanence adhere. Grasping of eternity and impermanence ceases in ignorant people by the ending of opinionated intellect, not by ending the discernment of detached vision. So it is said. Those who always see the Buddhas independent of eternity and impermanence manifesting eternity and impermanence are not under the control of opinion. Meaninglessness of full knowledge is implied in eternity and impermanence. Eternity and impermanence are avoided by having no opinionated intellect. Whatever assertion is made, it is all so much conception. Seeing it consists of subjective thought, one should not enter into debate.